I hope that everyone's doing well today. Gonna be real once again, as per the norm sometimes. I was planning on playing a game tonight, but then I kind of like just sat down and realized I just kind of wanted to yap. So I'm gonna take it easy tonight. I'm gonna just yap because honestly, I've been kind of like, I don't know, very busy recently. I've been so busy, haven't really had the time to just like relax. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna chill and yap with you all. Also, really quick, I do want to go ahead and say, because I try to shout out everyone that does offline follows and such. Thank you so much to Honeybug for following offline. I really appreciate it. Honeybug is the one that made this model, by the way, that I'm using on screen. I really, really like it. Super duper cute. Thank you so much. And then Cannon Fodder, thank you so much for the offline follow. And Crag808, thank you so much for the offline follow. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Like I said, just kind of wanted to chill tonight. I don't even really have anything I kind of wanted to talk about today. Because last time I did a yapping stream, I was kind of like, it had been like, what, a week since I had talked to you guys? And so I had more stuff to say, but this time, it's only been like 4 days? 4 days? 5 days? I don't know. Since I last chatted. So nothing particularly crazy has been going on. There was a convention that I went to and I had a good time. And I got to hang out with Jill again. So that was fun. Otherwise, yeah, not much is going on. Not much is going on in my neighborhood. I will say though, I probably won't be able to stream that much this week again because I have to go out of town. So I'm gonna be gone from like Wednesday all the way up until Sunday. So I'll try and get another stream in, maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, we'll see, depending on like my energy, I suppose. But yeah, I might not be able to be around much this week again, and I'm sorry about that. Also, there's something else I was gonna say. I think I've forgotten. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I have forgotten. I have completely, this wasn't what I was gonna say, but I'm a little bummed about my art stream getting like some parts of the section muted. And I think that the reason why that happened is because, you know, used to, when you played Epic the Musical, like on a stream or like watched it or something, they wouldn't mute it. Like, I don't think Jorge would like copyright strike it. He didn't mind people like watching and reacting to his music. But I think that because they announced that they're going to be like adapting Epic the Musical into a movie, they might be like, you know, being a little more protective about the music so that, I don't know, because it's going into production or something along those lines, I would assume. So yeah, unfortunately, a few segments of my last stream got muted, and that is a bummer. And it's because of that, I was debating on whether or not I even wanted to upload it to my VODs channel. Like, I can definitely do that. It's just that I don't think any of my VODs up until this point have ever gotten like muted sections. So I don't know, should I just go ahead and do it? Should I maybe. It's just that there's gonna be quite a few segments where, again, it's gonna be quiet. I'll look into doing that tonight, maybe. Also, another reason why I kind of wanted to just like do a regular just chatting stream tonight is because I got a new Ethernet cable. So I wanted to kind of like test out how stream would run with this new Ethernet cable. And so far, it looks like it's actually doing really well. Still 720p, but you know what? I've kind of gotten used to that. But it looks like it's running smoothly. It looks like it's actually running really well, I'm not gonna lie. So that makes me happy, for the most part. The saga of Shortcake's, like, bad internet continues. I don't know when or if I'll ever get to get this fixed, but oh well. Oh, also, I do have an idea for how I want to another fix I want to try, but we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to wait and see if I can actually get this in motion. I don't want to go into too many details, mainly because like I'm worried that I might accidentally, like, I don't know, say something too revealing. I don't know. But yeah, for the time being, I have an idea. Probably not gonna work though. Oh, and also, once again, last week's episode of Witch Hat was really, really good. I'm very, very excited to see what happens tomorrow now. Because I had mentioned that I was reading the manga and I was trying to, read ahead. I was really trying. I was trying to like read ahead of like the manga or the anime, and so that I could like know what was happening, but I didn't get around to it for last episode. Last episode kicks off like volume 3, and I still have not read volume 3, even though I've been meaning to for a while now. And I was very surprised by what happened in the last episode, and I'm very excited to see what happens in the next episodes coming up. I'm very, very excited. I'm gonna have to read volume 3 now. Wow. This is actually the best that my internet has run in a while. I'm actually really excited about that. Oh, and then also, I can't believe, how long ago was my Minecraft stream? My last Minecraft stream? I do not remember. Hang on. My last Minecraft stream was... at least a month ago or so. And it's crazy that back then we were talking about how at 100 followers I would do something. And I still plan on it. I'm gonna have to put some thought into it, because at the time I was thinking like, oh yeah, that's gonna be like far off. I'm not gonna have to worry about planning anything for 100 followers anytime soon. But the fact that I've gotten so many being like, what, 5? No. 7? Yeah, 7 followers or so. 7 or 8, since that stream. It's kind of crazy. I'm like getting more followers than I expected. So, or faster than expected at least. So I might actually have to start putting thought into what I'm gonna do for that 100 follower celebration, because that's crazy. I can't believe that we're at 70 now. That's insane. Again, thank you all so much, especially for the offline followers, because I remember a time when that was never even like a possibility. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Maybe, hang on. Let me try something. There we go. There we go. Now I can get your little celebrations on screen. And then cannon fodder. There we go. And last one. Crag. There we go. All the most recent followers. I replayed the alerts for you guys. Again, thank you guys so much. Cause like, it's just insane to me. It's just insane to me. So another thing that I was like thinking about is like, if I remember correctly, the thing that Greenwood had mentioned that I should do for my 100 followers celebration is like maybe actually officially come up with lore for my model. Because, you know, for the longest time, especially now, my quote-unquote lore has just been, this model is just like a Sona, like a personification of me. I never really put a whole lot of thought into it. But I'm wondering if lore would be something that everyone is interested in. Like, would anyone be interested in like seeing lore of this character? Let me know, because like I could figure something out. Also, there was something else that we had talked about for like 150, but that one's even farther out than 100. That one's even like inconceivable for me. So I don't really have to start worrying about that one for a little while, especially not. But either way, I'm just like, yeah, I wanna start getting thoughts and like stuff for what we could probably do. Cause I didn't even think I'd get this far, if I'm being honest. I thought I'd maybe like middle around 50 or something, so 70 is crazy. I know I kept saying, I've already said that, but still. I remember it was like literally, I got back to my house yesterday after going and buying this new Ethernet cable. I plugged it in and I turned on my computer to like start testing stuff, to like make sure that the speed was all right, make sure that everything would like looked correct on my computer. And then I opened up Twitch to like see if I could like check anything. And when I opened up my channel page, I saw like, instead of it being 67 or something, it was like at 70. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. It took me by total surprise and it made me very happy all day yesterday. Also, I'm really hoping that maybe this Ethernet cable will last me for a while. Because I don't know if I mentioned this, but prior to yesterday, I was kind of using a cobbled together 2 Ethernet cable situation. So I had accidentally bought like a really short one and one that was almost long enough. So I didn't have like one straight Ethernet cable connecting me to my router thing. And I was wondering if that was one of the reasons why things were going a little like stuttery. So I'm happy to finally have one that isn't like cobbled together. Finally, it's like I'm living in the modern age. I'm finally like living among like technologically cultured people. But yeah. It looks like it's doing pretty well. Like, yeah, that playback doesn't look too bad, and it doesn't look like there's too much delay. Of course, if I need to, I might need to refresh stream here and there still, just in case there are some like drops and stuff. But that's just the norm around here. Sometimes we gotta refresh stream. Hang on just a sec. Also, now that I've kind of like gotten this like Ethernet cable situation figured out, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I could try switching back to OBS, because if no one was around for this like period of time, for whatever reason OBS started kind of like glitching on me. So I don't know what it was. I would open it and then everything would stutter and freeze. So I decided to switch from OBS to Streamlabs to stream off of there, and that's what I'm currently using, and it's been going pretty well. I don't know, I kind of want to go back to using OBS and testing it out, because I like Streamlabs. This has been working well for me for the past several streams I've done. It's just that it has this really odd quirk that happens for whenever I switch the program and what monitor it's on. It like, I don't know how to explain it really. I really don't, but it just doesn't look right. Sorry to not like explain it much in detail. It's just that I really can't explain why it's just so glitchy. And you know, OBS never did that for me whenever I was using OBS, so I kind of wish I kind of want to switch back. Yeah, we're gonna have to, maybe I'll give it another try one day. Also, I know I keep going like also, but I mean, things just kind of pop into my head and I'm like, oh yeah, I also need to talk about that. I'm doing a bit of an earlier stream today, mainly because like, I usually stream around like 7:30, 8. I know in the past I've streamed like on the dot at 7, but it's been a little bit since I've actually just streamed on the dot at 7, I believe. And that's mainly due to the fact that, I'm gonna be real, along with wanting to just kind of chill and relax and just yap, I was feeling like super duper motivated to like draw today, like actually get some work done on some projects. But those projects I'm doing, I don't think I'm legally allowed to work on like in public. So I didn't do an art stream tonight. But I did still feel like streaming. I remember I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna do my best to try and stream on Sunday. And so here I am. I still wanted to stream, but I kind of wanted to keep it on the shorter end so that I could get maybe some work in tonight. And you know, usually my just chatting streams are like an hour and a half to about like 2 hours or so long. So yeah, this was perfect. This worked out just perfectly for me. Oh, and also, oh gosh, I need to stop like going, oh, and also. Along with hitting 70 followers here on Twitch, I've actually hit 13 followers on, or subscribers on YouTube. So that's really cool for my VODs channel. Super excited about that. That's also very unexpected. It's kind of crazy getting followers and stuff. I don't know. I know I've mentioned this in the past where I just don't feel like advertising myself or like really putting myself out there. And it's not because I'm like shy or whatever. I have no problem like advertising or anything. It's just that, you know, let's not take attention away from people that actually want this to be their career, right? The VTuber market is already a little oversaturated in terms of like just how many people are doing it. So I am completely fine keeping to my own little corner, hanging out with like the few people that do stick around with me, and letting the people that want to like make this their whole career, let them have the spotlight, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense. But even still, I think it's super cool that everyone that has followed me has followed, because you guys are all super cool. Also, I really like using this mouse tracked model. Can I just say that? I love just kind of like chilling, just like kind of like making my little model look around and like bounce like this. It's so cute, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Again, this was made by Honeybug. You could find a link to their page and stuff on my About page. Just go to the credits panel and it'll be in there. Ah, super, super cute. I love it. Oh, yeah, so tonight I had mentioned that I was planning on playing a game, but then I kind of like sat down and was like, I just kind of want to chill tonight. So I kind of wanted to try Crime Scene Cleaner again. It's just that if you weren't here for that stream or you didn't watch the VOD or anything, for whatever reason, that game was kind of making me super nauseous. Like I got kind of motion sick from that, and it's crazy because I don't usually get motion sickness. Like, that was extremely out of the norm for me. And I did change the settings to like minimize the head bobbing, trying to take away some of the filters and stuff that they had like in their graphics. But I had to quit about like an hour, maybe 2 into playing it, because it was just making me extremely nauseous. So I do want to give it another shot, because I do remember in the past playing it with no problems, like at all. I was able to play like for 3 hours, maybe more. and it never gave me any issue, but for whatever reason, that one time, most recently, it did. So I will get back to that game eventually, because I really like it. It's such a nice, chill game. Unfortunately, that time, it just made me extremely sick. Also, I remember whenever I played Peak, I was asked to maybe play Chained Together, I think it was, with Jill, which sounds like a lot of fun. So I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to look into it and see if there's a time that we could maybe play together, because that looks like it'd be a lot of fun. Oh, so I kind of have this itch, and Jill shares it with me. We were talking about this whenever we saw each other, about going to conventions. Like, I have this itch to go to a convention. However, we were kind of debating on which one we would want to go to. Like, as someone who works a full-time job, and I've only had this job for like 4 months now, I don't have a whole lot of leave built up, so I would need to like pick and or choose between like TwitchCon or Lightbox, and there's one I'm definitely leaning towards, but I have not made a decision yet, because both of them are like kind of at the end of the year, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that, considering that I think I accrue leave kind of slowly, it would kind of impact like how long I'd actually be able to go to either of these conventions, because I have a big family vacation being planned for next year. That's a little early on in the year, and if I use a bunch of my leave time for this, for either of these conventions, I would probably not be able to attend my family vacation for as long. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make some decisions. I'm gonna have to make some decisions and also see what is actually feasible. Woo! Did not mean to do that. There we go. All good. Oh, I'm gonna refresh my stream. It actually looks like it's a little bit behind. Hang on. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's good. Well, it looks good on some of my monitors. There we go. Yeah. Okay, we're all good. So even though it kind of looks like this this setup I have now is like running pretty smoothly, I'm gonna be still dealing with those like buffers and stuff. Unfortunate. Sorry, I'm just checking something really quick. I probably should have said that. Okay. Looks like everything's going all right. I got a pop-up about something and it made me worried. Again, I'm not the most tech-savvy person. Made me worried, but we're all good, Anyway. So, well, did I say this earlier? I do not remember. I went to visit a convention this weekend. That's kind of why I was like talking about conventions a little bit ago, because I'm a bit in a convention itch where I just want to like go to these like artist alleys and stuff and just have fun walking around with friends and stuff. And I did go to a convention recently and I got to meet some really cool people there. There was a lot of like prolific people in the industry, more than I expected in this area. I'm not gonna say specifically what convention or like where or anything. It's not MomoCon. I do know that's going on at the moment, isn't it? But there was like a surprising amount of people that were here that I wasn't expecting to. Specifically like artists, I mean. So like artists that I like follow, I was not expecting to be here. That was really cool. Also some voice actors that were there were really cool. Yeah, I had a good time this weekend. And I got one of my things signed. Like it was a personal item. I was really excited to get signed. Again, I don't want to go into too many details just in case like it might reveal anything. I'm just like, I don't know how much I want to reveal. But it was so much fun. I had so much fun at this con. That's why Jill was visiting. We went to go hang out at it. And I want to go to another one. This also kind of like, while I was there, I was thinking about this, about like conventions that primarily feature like VTubers and stuff. I was like thinking, if ever in the future shortcakesnake, the VTuber, was like invited to be like a guest at a convention, how would I want to like approach that? Cause like, you know, I know that there's some VTubers that are like perfectly comfortable like showing up in person and wearing masks and stuff. Or they just like have their little screens where they, you know, their meet and greets are people walk up to the screen and you can see them and they can see you and you guys just chat and everything. I was like thinking, if I ever did that in the future, which one would I want to do? And frankly, I think I would prefer to do like the screen, not because I don't want to see anyone, but more along the lines of like, what if the convention is like, what if I can't get leave for those things? What if I can't get leave to go to these conventions? I would feel bad. Oh, the woes of being a working woman. Oh dear. But I mean, like I said, this is like a hypothetical, like if I ever got to the point where people would want to even do meet and greets. That is definitely not a thing for like, that's not gonna be like a worry or concern for like a long time. So I was just thinking about it. I was like, what would I want to do? Oh. So, are there... I'm still kind of thinking about that. Are there like compromises? Because like it would be cool to go to these conventions. It's just that I don't think I'd be able to be there for very long. Like, how do people find things to do all 3 days of the con? That's my big question. Because every single like convention I've ever been to, I've only been there for like a day and felt like I accomplished every single thing that I wanted to do. So like, I know that there's like 3-day passes or 1-day pass you can buy specifically Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, but I've always just bought like 1 day, like either a Friday or a Saturday. So, and I feel like I can like go through every stall and like see all the artist stuff, go through every vendor, see all the guests that they have at this convention, and be completely like leave after like 2 hours or maybe 3 and feel completely feeling satisfied. So how do people that buy the 3-day passes fill their days? I've always been curious about that, because it's just like, what do you guys do that you like? I was talking about this with Jill. I was like, how do people find like things to fill their entire day for all 3 days of the convention. I mean, if you're having fun, you're having fun. It's not like, I'm not judging or anything. I'm just, personally, I don't know how you can do it like all 3 days and find something new to do every single day. Oh, but I did see something new at this convention. So I've seen in the past artists participating in things called like stamp rallies, where it'll be like 5 or 6 artists or something, like anywhere in that range, being like, hey, me and these artists are gonna be having this stamp rally where if you get all 6 stamps or something, you will get this free keychain or something. And I participated in that, and it was super duper cool. I was like so excited to participate because I'd never seen one in real life. I'd only ever seen them on like Instagram posts or the internet. And I got this super duper little cat keychain as a reward for finishing them all. Though I'm gonna be real, since I had only ever seen them like online, I didn't know that the whole point was that you were actually supposed to like buy things. I thought it was just like a scavenger hunt where you would like just go around to each artist and like pick up like their stamp. But no, apparently you had to buy an item like worth like $10 or something. And yeah, that was on me. I should have known better. I should have known better, but it was still cool. I still had a fun time participating in that stamp rally. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Maybe it was a little bit of a naive assumption on my end, thinking that I could just go up to each artist and like get a stamp for free. It's kind of like those, what are they called? Parking validation? Whatever those are. Where like back in the old days, apparently, if you went to like a mall and you got like a parking pass or something, you would have to like go into a store, buy something, and then get that ticket validated so that you could actually like legally park in this mall. That used to be a thing apparently. Nowadays it's just like, who cares? Just park wherever you want. Who's gonna stop you? The police? The police don't care. Although, sorry, I just like went off on a tangent in my brain. It doesn't even make any sense. Cause I was like, the police wouldn't care if you hang out in a parking lot, but no, they would. There's like literally a law against loitering, which is, you know, hanging around. So yeah, I guess the police would care actually. Man. All that to say, conventions are fun. That makes no sense, that makes no sense. But I was just like, yeah, I don't know. My brain goes off in so many different tangents. Like, it's crazy. The woes of having ADHD, you know? The woes of having ADHD. I can never stay on one topic for very long. Oh, hello, Canon. Thank you so much for rating me with 4 followers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, hello, Canon. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. You're being rated. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're doing good. How have you been? Oh, hang on. Let me just refresh my page a bit. Just to give you a heads up, because this is your first time here, I do have a bit of a bad internet, so sometimes you might need to refresh the page. I don't know, you should be fine. In case there's like some buffers or whatever. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Cannon. Hi, Cannon. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to say thank you so much. I'm currently in a debrief. Oh, really? A debrief of what, if you don't mind me asking? But I did want to say thank you so much for like following me offline. I really appreciate it. I was totally not expecting it whenever I saw it. But yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Leon D2. I don't know what that is actually. Let me check that out. Hang on. Let me just look that up. Leon D2. It's okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're hella cool. Okay, I need to dip. Thank you so much, Cannon. I really appreciate it, and no worries at all. Enjoy my stream. Thank you. I hope you have a good night. It's like really late where you are, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for the raid, and I hope you take care. You're really cool too, by the way. Anyway, hello raiders. Hello raiders. My name is Shortcake. I stream as a hobby. I'm a hobbyist VTuber. So I really just like go live whenever I'm feeling like it. I play games whenever I'm feeling like it. And as you could tell by the title, I just kind of wanted to chill and yap today. So I hope that you all are willing to just kind of chill and hang out as well. I really appreciate you guys just like coming and joining the raid, joining and checking me out. Sorry if I'm like a little bit scatterbrained. I'm kind of like all over the place today. I've been super duper busy like this past week with work, travel, and everything in between. So this is like my first day that I've had the opportunity to kind of like chill and decompress. So I've been kind of like just word vomiting in spaghetti. Like my brain has been in like a jumbled spaghetti of a mess all day. So sorry if I'm like a bit of a yapatron for the day. Although that's what I'm doing. That's the whole point of this stream. Just chatting, yapping. Also, I really hope that I don't have the setting on where it's like only followers can chat. I'm pretty sure I don't. But let me just check, cause like I don't want to keep you guys from chatting if you're not following. So let me just double check. Okay, yeah, I don't. Cool. I just wanted to double check, just in case there were people that were wanting to chat. Oh, and there we go. There's the buffer. But yeah, I did mention this as well. I do have a tendency to kind of be a little sporadic with streams. I'm not trying to make streaming a full-time career or anything. Like I said, this is just a hobby for me. I just stream whenever I feel like it. I play what I feel. I do what I feel. So yeah, if you guys do stick around, just know that kind of like keeping an eye on my notifications and stuff to see when I go live is a little important, because I unfortunately do not have a consistent schedule. So yeah, sometimes I try to stream on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, but yeah, that's like a sometimes kind of deal. Although I will admit, this week I might not stream that much because I have to travel out of town later on, but I will try to stream maybe tomorrow or Tuesday if you want to check out that, because I might play either some more Peak, because I really like playing Peak solo, or with my friend Jill, my friend and moderator Jill, or I've been kind of wanting to play some more Minecraft. Just so you know, I have only played Minecraft a total of 4 times, so I am very, very new, and I'm not very good at it. So if you want to like watch me just kind of like fumble my way through Minecraft, feel free to join. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun watching me struggle. And I do have VODs if you'd like to see like just the whole journey of getting to where I am. Right now, my main goal in Minecraft is to try and get that white wood. I don't know what it's actually called, but the white wood you get from that one like forest with the gray trees. I've been on the hunt for those trees literally since like March. I think March is like whenever I started to actually play. But yeah. Otherwise, I've been making my way through Fate Stay Night as well. That'd be a fun stream to do again. I need to pick that one back up as well. I am a big Fate fan. I have watched several of the anime, and I've read some of the light novels as well for a bunch of different of the versions, but I've never actually like made my way through the visual novel. So that's what I'm doing on stream. I'm making my way through the visual novel for the very first time. And it's going really well. It's going really well so far. I'm having a lot of fun. Speaking of, I remember after I last played, I was reached out to on Twitter by somebody who was like following along through my VODs, being like, no, you skipped the Tiger Dojo, which is apparently like where if you like end up in a bad route or a bad ending, it'll give you hints or like tips on like, hey, choose the other option so you don't end up on the bad end again. And they were like, oh, the Tiger Dojo is so funny, you need to go back and play it. So I was like, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know. So next time I play Fate Stay Night, yeah, I'm definitely going to be checking out the Tiger Dojo. And catching up on what I missed, because I missed that segment, and I forgot to go back to it. So I'm gonna have to do that. Sorry, I'm just double checking something. All right, yeah, we're good. But also, I forgot to ask if anyone wants to answer in Canon's stead. What were you guys doing? I don't have anything like fancy, because I've seen other streamers have this like ability to like say, this person was streaming this when they raid, and I do not have that. So if anyone wants to answer, what were you guys doing? I'm curious, because I know Canon from this other community that we're both in, and I don't really know what they stream. I just know that they stream sometimes, kind of like me. Oh, just a sec. Uh-oh, I'm buffering again. That's not good. Let me refresh the stream just to make sure everything's all right. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, around here, I have kind of bad internet. So I was kind of like mentioning this during Canon's raid, and I kind of got around to mentioning this. I just, I'm really bad whenever it comes to raids, remembering what to mention, because, you know, I'm very small. I don't get raided very often, so I was like a little flustered. But basically, I have had internet troubles for the longest time, and because of it, we just kind of have to settle for like what you're seeing on screen. a lot of like buffers, a lot of like a little bit of delay. So I have to refresh stream every so often just to make sure that, you know, I'm not like missing people, like there's not too much of a delay between me and chat. But yeah, that's just how it is. I have literally been like fighting my internet since January. So yeah, it's been a whole thing. Oh, I should have played the follow alert for Canon when they were here. I didn't think of it. Man, I'm just all over the place tonight. Because like I said, they did an offline follow. And so I did play it earlier in the stream when they definitely weren't here, but I could have played it for them now when they were. Man, missed opportunity. Oh well, oh well. All right, just a second. All right. Also, I was curious, how do I set that up? Remember how just a little bit ago I had mentioned that some streamers have the ability to like do an exclamation point like command where it's like, hey, this person was doing this before they raided. I kind of want to get something like that as well, because that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool to have. This one person I follow, Good Apple Boy, I think is their username. They have that, and it's pretty cool. So mayhaps I might ask them if I can. Yeah, sorry if I'm like a little bit sporadic with like talking at the moment. I really like started out chat like this stream just like going on and on and on about a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm like very quickly like, whoa, I don't know what else to talk about now. But that's kind of like how usually my just chatting streams go. I always just kind of like go in being like, I want to just chat. I just want to chill and relax. Just go on and on and on. And more often than not, that's why my streams, my just chatting streams tend to be very short, which is what I was going for tonight. I had mentioned that I have some like art stuff I want to work on later or today. And I can't work on them legally in public, so i.e. stream. So I was just thinking about having like a short chill stream tonight, just yapping and stuff, and then whenever the conversation, or I ran out of stuff to say, I guess, came, I would go ahead and get back to work. I have been so busy, and I got so much stuff to do, but I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. I will say though, I've been like so really wanting to work on another animation project. It has been a couple years, like 2 years now since I last worked. No, just a year. It's only been a year since I last worked on an animation project, and I miss it so much. I really want to work on another one. And there's a part of me that's like, well, you could just do it on your own. You could just make your own animation project. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not an animator, nor do I have like a big enough presence to put together a whole like production or anything. So I'm like, I just would love to join like a group and work together to make something. I don't know. Does that make any sense? Because I've mentioned this a couple times. I went to college for animation, and I technically work in my industry. It's just that at the same time, we don't do a whole lot of like animated projects at the moment because we're currently being asked to work on this other big thing. that I can't talk about because of NDA. But I really want to work on another animated project because I miss it. I miss being on an animation team. I miss doing like full-time animation work. It was a lot of fun, so I miss it. I will say though, my last project that I worked on, like animation-wise, it was like I said, it was about a year ago, and it still hasn't released, so I'm getting a little worried. I had messaged my director of that project being like, hey, do you guys know when this is gonna be done? Because it's kind of been in the same stage of production for several months now, close to a year actually, and I haven't heard any updates about when it's gonna release, when it's going to, I haven't seen any updates. I'm a little worried, I'm not gonna lie. Especially because I've messaged my director several times and they've kind of ghosted me. I really hope that it comes out. I mean, it should. I think it will, but the ghosting is what's more concerning, I think. Because this director used to be very responsive, but yeah. Fingers crossed it'll come out. No, you know what I need to do? You know what I actually really need to do? I need to finish my animatics. I have 2 animatics that I'm working on, and I need to get those done. Those will probably scratch the itch that I have to work on an animation project. But I have very little time to actually work on those projects because of my actual full-time job, so I'm in a lose-lose situation, unfortunately. Oh well, I will get to work on an animated production again one day in the future. It's just, yeah, I want to work on more stuff. However, maybe I could see if there's anyone hiring at the moment and see if I could maybe apply to join their team. Who knows? Maybe I'm not looking hard enough. Let me just... But regardless, in the meantime, something else I really want to get better at is in regards to art, character stuff, because I primarily consider myself to be a background artist, because I had mentioned this in my last art stream, that I find background art to be really fun, but at the same time I find it to be a lot more low stakes, low pressure as compared to doing character stuff for animation. Because, whenever you are working on some kind of production or you're applying to work on some kind of production, people more often than not want to do the character stuff. They want to be the character designer. They want to be the character animator, yada, yada, yada. And, that stuff is really fun, but those are such high demand positions and stuff that I was like, you know what? I'll do the things that no one wants to do. I will do the background art. And I really like it. It's a lot of fun. And again, very low stakes, because everyone wants to do the character stuff. And when you're watching something, more often than not, you're actually paying attention to more of the character stuff than the backgrounds regardless. So I want to get much better at doing character stuff myself. Not because I want that position, but because I just want to be able to, make my own stuff. Because whenever I was a child or a teen, a preteen, I actually used to draw quite a few character stuff, interactions and comics and things in my sketchbooks, but I kind of lost that skill over time, and I want to get that skill back. I want to be able to draw comics maybe, and right now with my current skill level, I'm honestly feeling not as good about my character interaction ability, which is a little sad. I need to get stronger in that. And maybe if I do get to the point where I feel like strong in that category, I can actually, maybe post even more to like social media and stuff. Because, I don't know. I think I get so inspired looking at other people's like comics, character stuff, or just like world building, anything in that vein. And I'm always like, I want to do that. I want to do that. And then I never do it. So yeah, I want to though. So it's something I got to work on. Also, when I went to college, like I said, I went and got a degree in animation. However, my concentration was story and concept, which means that I primarily focused on like pre-production stuff, storyboarding, script writing, design, yada yada. And it's mainly because whenever I was applying, I knew that I wanted to do something related to animation, but I didn't want to be an animator because frankly, the idea of like actually animating stuff sounded very tedious and scary to me, and I had never done it at the time. Oh, hello, Evil Zombie. Thank you so much for the first time chat. I really appreciate it. Hang on, let me read this. What's your opinion on the demand for more intricate details over using a more flat model for, say, action sequences? I saw an opinion piece on it today, but I'm entirely unfamiliar with the industry. Well, personally, I think that intricate designs aren't inherently a bad thing. It's just that they're kind of a bad thing for animation, 2D animation specifically. 3D is like a whole entirely different conversation because you can make those models with all of those details and not really have to worry about it. But in 2D, all you're really doing is, while it's a cool character design, yes, it's kind of just a lot of work for your animators. So think like, and this isn't a diss, it's just an example. Has-Been Hotel or the Helliverse, those are very, very intricate designs. And I know somebody that worked on the animation as an cleanup artist. And it's very, very hard from what I've heard. So it's like, there's so many details, it's very tedious to keep track of. But I mean, from the people that I have talked to, they like it. They enjoy the work that they do. It's just that it's very stressful. Haven't thought about the 3D aspect. That's a great point. Yeah, 3D is a whole different ballpark in regards to like the intricate details and stuff. Oh, thank you so much, Jim, for following. I really appreciate it. How are you doing, Jim Weaver? Wait. Oh, that's crazy. I hope you're doing well. Oh, hello, Jill. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate it. Sorry, what's a cleanup artist? So, do you know what rough animation is? Rough animation is where you basically just do the movements. Like you basically get, it's the stage of the pipeline where everything kind of looks like gonna be lurking for a while, no worries. Rough animation is basically where you're getting like all the movement and timing down. You're trying to get like the character kind of like blocked in and making sure that everything kind of looks, like the character. But, cleanup is, putting the line art in. Cleanup is putting in the line art, essentially. So that's the kind of gist of it. I could go a little more into detail if you'd want, but yeah, that's the gist. I'm a helicopter pilot. I know absolutely nothing about studios, design, and art. Well, that's no problem. Yeah, it's just that, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to animation, and I think it's super duper cool. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, because I love yapping about animation. It's like a big, big, big part of my life, and I love it. But yes, as I was kind of saying, cleanup art, just the line art of everything before you add color. Although you can add color during the cleanup stage. It just depends on how the pipeline of that specific production is. And then, hang on, what else was I saying? Huh. I kind of lost my train of thought. I was really going on and on about like some production, and then if you're new here, that happens a lot. I lose my train of thought a lot. It's the ADHD. But yeah, I want to be on another production one day. I'd love to do some more work. And oh yeah, I think I remember what I was gonna say. I'm actually thinking about maybe looking into learning animation myself. I think it's just super duper cool, because while I do primarily illustrative work for animation productions, my animatics that I've done in the past are just like a step or two away from being full-fledged animation. So like, why not take that leap, you know? Why not go ahead and start like actually learning the animation basics? Although I will admit, I do already have some of those basics under my belt, because back in college I did take the intro class to 2D animation. However, I did it as an elective, so I didn't really particularly pay attention or care. I was just like, this will probably be helpful to know for whenever I do storyboarding. So yeah, I might need to like try and re-educate myself on actually animating. I think it'd be cool. A cool like step to take. So the main artist draws up the big picture to at least get the story on paper, then the cleanup artist adds minor details. Is that close to correct? That's pretty close. So the rough artist, as you called the main artist, will just do like all of the movements. So it'll be like everything. I wonder if I could pull up a video. But yeah, they do all of like the main stuff. The movement, the timing, the character details and such. It is the cleanup artist that does, like you said, those finer details in like making sure that everything looks nice and pretty, like with the line art. And then they can do like the color, like I said. But Zombie, if you don't mind me asking, are you familiar with like how art in general kind of goes? Like illustration, not necessarily animation? Because if you've ever seen an artist do a sketch and then line it with pen, it's kind of like that. It's like somebody else doing the sketch, then somebody else doing the line art with the pen. That's kind of like the main way I can describe the differences between a rough animator and a cleanup animator. Beyond voice acting. No problem, no problem. So, yeah. So basically, all you really need to know is just like they'll do the sketch. The rough animator is the sketch artist. The cleanup animator is the regular like line art artist. Hello everyone, today we are in Chibi, and if you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Hello Caesar, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. And now, question of the day. All right, what's your question of the day? Hit me. Hit me with it, hit me with it. The pencil pen analogy actually makes perfect sense. I'm glad. Yeah. It's basically exactly like that. There it is. If there was no water, what drink would you get? I'm not even gonna lie. So there is this one. Wait. All drinks derive from water. So how would I have a drink? Like, hang on. Well, I guess you could have juice. Cranberry juice. Because like I can't have tea if there's no water. And I guess you could technically have soda, but soda has water. So you could have juice. So I would choose cranberry juice. Mercury, zombie. You would drink mercury? That's an interesting choice, I'm not gonna lie. And that's a bit concerning, actually. Don't drink mercury. Even if there's no water, do not drink mercury. Shortcake PSA, do not drink mercury. If there's literally no water, I mean, yeah, but If there's literally no water, that doesn't mean you should drink something that's gonna poison you. Like I said, juice is an option. You don't need water to drink juice. So yeah, just drink juice, zombie. Drink juice. It would take a lot of cranberries to make juice though, huh? I'm gonna have to think about that. But yeah, that's my answer. That's my answer. Cranberry juice. Anyway. What was I saying? Let me just scroll back up. Oh yeah, oh! Thank you so much, Rainy, for following. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. See, meanwhile, there's a glass of shiny silver milk. No, don't call it silver milk. It is not silver milk. It is not silver milk. Also, for the new people that are joining, thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. I will give you a heads up though. Sometimes my stream will buffer, which means that there will be a slight delay. So if you ever feel there's a delay between my answers and your comments or chats, feel free to refresh the stream. I have not great Wi-Fi, so yeah. So just gonna give you a heads up. I have been trying to get my Wi-Fi like in order and fixed for literally since January. It's been a whole thing. But yeah. It is what it is. But anyway, oh, I'm at 72. That's crazy. Thank you. I really, really appreciate all of you. You guys are so cool. But what was I saying? Oh, another thing that I was kind of interested in maybe doing in the future is like maybe a comic, because any games today or just chatting? Just chatting. I know that I was telling you that I was thinking about like playing a game, Jill, but oh my goodness, Blue, hello, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, everyone is showing up. That's crazy. Mel, hello, thank you guys for the first time chats. I really appreciate it. Hi. Having a scuffed Wi-Fi is so real, actually. I get you so bad. Yeah, thank you. I'm about to go to work soon, so I dropped by. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for dropping by. I know it's like, what? It's like 9 a.m. for you guys. Yeah, no worries at all. Anyway, yeah, I know that I was telling you that I was like thinking about playing a game tonight, but I sat down at my computer, pulled up everything, and then I was just like, huh. I was like, I just kind of want to chill. I kind of want to chat. Let's just yap. So yeah, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday, since I'm not going to be at work tomorrow. And Tuesday, I don't have anything planned in the evening, I don't think, so I should be free to stream. Either or. I won't be able to stream later this week though, because I am gonna be out of town. But yeah. Again though, I thank you guys so much. Let me just like make sure. Jim Weaver, Rainy Days, and Blue and Mel for dropping by. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are so cool. And I hope that you guys like hanging out with me. Also Evil Zombie Toe, I want to shout out you as well. You dropped by and started chatting as well. That was really cool of you. I was just kind of like chatting all over the place today. Just chilling, just vibing. But yeah, I've been like fighting my Wi-Fi literally since January. So it was such a shame too. I literally like got a new setup, new PC, new monitor and desk and everything. Started streaming in start streaming in January. I didn't start streaming in January, but like, yeah. And I was streaming at 1080p, complete stability, nothing going wrong. And then all of a sudden, at some point in February, everything just tanked and crashed on me. And ever since then, I've never had a stable stream since. I have truly had so many scuffed streams. It's been insane. But I'm so happy for everyone that has stuck around, because even though you guys have seen me like literally unplug my Ethernet cable live on stream that one time, you guys still stick around, and that's really cool of you. But hopefully this new Ethernet cable that I just got won't like fail me. But yeah, I was just kind of like yapping about like everything and anything. I do that a lot. Whenever I'm not like feeling up for a game, I'll just like mainly do a just chatting stream just to like hang out, vibe with you guys. So I hope you don't mind. Because I was telling Jill that I was thinking about streaming Minecraft tonight. And I'm gonna be real, I am getting kind of frustrated with Minecraft because I can't find that stupid ass white wood, sorry. That white wood has been the bane of my existence for like months now. I cannot find it. I have spent like 3 streams straight, like just searching my entire world to try and find it, and I can't. It's out of my reach. I can't find it, and I'm slowly giving up. Yeah, but regardless, I'm having fun. I'm having some sort of fun in Minecraft. Wait a second. When did that happen? Did somebody subscribe? My subscriber count went up to 4, but I didn't get any notification about it. If somebody subscribed, I really appreciate it. It's just that my thing kind of bugged out. Did I? It might have been you, Zombie. Hang on. Yeah, it might have been you. I'm so sorry if, thank you so much for subbing. I really appreciate it, but for some reason, I did not get any notification about that. Here, hang on. It won't have your name, but I'll play the alert for you. See, there you are. Your name is now Kevin. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. You're so cool. Thank you. I was wondering why you didn't get a notification. No worries. Yeah. W Kevin. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Congrats on getting a new name. Kevin sounds like a good dude. He does. He's a good dude. Yeah, thank you. I'm so sorry that my Twitch bugged out and didn't show you were subscribed. But yeah. Also, you got a cool founder's badge. Nice. I will say, I'm actually in the process of getting some more emotes, because like I want to have cool, fun emotes for everyone. And I love the current emotes I have. You can check out who did them in my About page, the credits page, if you want. But I want more. I want more cool emotes. So I'm currently in the process of getting more. And I actually have some that aren't here on Twitch, because I only get so many slots being somewhat new to streaming. So if you want to use even more emotes, feel free to join my Discord. You get some pretty cool emotes, and I am planning on getting even more. So yippee! So if you're naming me now, do I have to call you mom, or because I don't think I'm ready for that yet? I'd appreciate if you don't call me mom, but let's just call me your benefactor or something. I have bestowed upon you a new name. We don't need to do the whole mom thing. I am not your mom. But yeah. Let me just. It's getting kind of hot in this room. Not the mama, true. I am not your mom. And whenever Greenwood pops in, if you're in here when Greenwood pops in, do not believe them whenever they say I am old. I am not. I am not old enough to be anyone's mom. So if they say that I am, do not believe them. Because I have this one chatter who's not here right now. Their name is Greenwood, and I'm only a couple years older than them. They call me old. Also, Greenwood and like Quirky, a couple of my other chatters, they are convinced I am a CIA agent. I am not. So just a heads up, if you see them saying that I am a CIA agent plant, I am not, I promise. But now that I have some, I guess, it's cause you are, I'm not. Jill, don't feed into this. Anyway, what I was about to say. Now that I have, I guess, some more people to ask, is there anything that you'd be interested in watching me play maybe in the future? I am always open for like suggestions and like seeing what maybe you guys would be interested in watching. I'm pretty much down to check out anything. I do get a little bit weary of horror games. Like, I'm not against playing a horror game, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm good at them. So just as a heads up, definitely not an agent, more of an operator. Okay. You know, the only reason why they think I'm a CIA agent is because of how much stuff I've done in the past. I have done literally so much like camps and like activities and things that they just seemed convinced that it was all like part of my training or something. Like, they just seem to think that because I went to a shooting camp, I am a CIA agent. And by that, I mean, they taught us how to hold and handle guns properly and also shoot bow and arrows. So yeah. How about Sere? S-E-R-E? Let me check that out. Most people don't really go to shooting camps, so I get them. Okay, that's fair. But I was interested in rifling. So like, I went to shooting camp and I actually did really well. I got second place in the whole camp after it was done in our little shooting competition for rifling. And the only reason why I didn't get first place is because I was just barely out of the ring that would have gotten me a full score. So I was like one away from winning. And the boy that beat me got a perfect score. So I was like 1 point away. I was very close. I'm not... SRE? SRE? S-E-R-E? What's that? What is S-E-R-E? Military? Survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. Oh. Okay, you're asking if I'm an S-E-R-E. Okay, no, I'm not an S-E-R-E. I'm not any military operative. from my firearm instructor days, women tend to pick up shooting faster than men. Yeah, I think that's kind of what my instructor was saying at that camp. But it was a lot of fun. I wish I could have done it more. I didn't really go to that camp too often. I just went that 1 or 2 years. And I also went to a police camp where, once again, they taught us how to handle guns and firearms properly, but also they taught us the basics of forensics and how to properly handle a crime scene. That was pretty cool. I think it was really interesting an interesting camp to go to. And also they just kind of like taught you the basics of like, I guess, what to do in the presence of a police officer at a crime scene or anything. It was an interesting camp, but I think it was very helpful to like learn those stuff as like a child. Pronounced seer. Best training. I never want to do it again. Understood. I will say, I was interested for the longest time in doing like forensic science or something, partly because of that camp I went to, but also because of this one TV show I used to watch called Forensic Files. That was a really cool TV show, basically all about how like forensic science helped aid in like solving a crime one way or another. It was really cool. Before I decided to like commit to art and everything, forensic science was definitely on the table for me, being interested in going into. However, something else I was kind of interested into going into was anthropology, because I really like studying other cultures and stuff. That's why you might see me sometimes in like servers and stuff just talking about like my culture or other people's culture, because I just want to know. I want to know about everyone's own culture. It's just super cool to me. And so anthropology was definitely up there on the list of things that I wanted to do. But I'm gonna be real, animation and art is just so like important to me, and like I really wanted to be a part of it as a child. So yeah, whenever I got to the age when I decided what I wanted to do, I was like, nope, it has to be animation. It has to be animation or art. So yeah. Forensic File slap. It does, and I'm so sad that it's like unavailable nowadays unless you have like Peacock. I think that's what that's called. I think that's what that streaming site is called. But yeah. I'm gonna refresh my stream again. It kind of looks like things are getting a little bit behind, just to let you guys know. All right, everything looks good. Also, I think another reason why Greenwood is kind of convinced that I might like be a part of the CIA or something is just because they think that I returned from the gulag. There they are. There's Greenwood. Speak of the devil. I hope you're doing all right, Greenwood. I was just gonna say that they probably think I'm a part of the CIA just because I also traveled a lot. I've been a lot of places. I don't know. Why do you think I'm a CIA agent, Greenwood? Why are you so convinced? I just gotta know. Going back to lurking for a while. No worry, Jill. No worries. Because it's kind of crazy that you think that. I'm just not gonna even lie. Also, I made this announcement during my last stream, and I'm going to go ahead and reiterate it. And keep in mind, this isn't like a total big like deal or anything. In the near future, maybe like, I don't know, when I hit 100 followers or something, I don't know. I am thinking about adding another mod, because currently my only mod is Jill. And considering the fact that I'm starting to get a little more attention, I think, and more people are starting to chat and stuff, I feel like I need to take a bit of that workload off of Jill and add another person. Totally not like important, totally not anything you need to like be like, oh, I wanna do that. That's an in the future shortcake problem. Just to be like hey, if you wouldn't mind helping, that'd be helping Jill. Yeah. Anyway, to be fair, you know suspiciously a lot about oddly specific things. I mean, I just like trivia. Is that such a crime, Greenwood? Knowing trivia? Like, what would you consider to be oddly specific? Because, like, I feel like I just know a lot of fun facts. Quirky and I about to have an election for the mod role. You guys are gonna campaign in the Discord? Is that what's gonna go on? You guys are gonna have to like, I'm gonna have to host a poll and be like, who do you want to be the next mod? Quirky or Greenwood? Or whoever else, I don't know. Knowing trivia as a crime knowing trivia was a crime. The entire premise of Slumdog Millionaire, really? I don't know what Slumdog Millionaire is, but knowing trivia is a crime in there, that's funny. Sharks have a one in... I looked that up. That was in regards to that one story I told you, Greenwood. Okay, so for context, a while ago I was talking about like how my family kind of has crazy run-ins with wild animals. And the very, very first time that me and my family went to go visit Hawaii, my parents, they were both like, wow, we want to go to the beach. We're in Hawaii, why not? And my brother and I, we were both like, no, we don't want to go to the beach. We like this pool at our hotel. We don't need to go. So my parents were just like, no, let's go to the beach. And eventually, at the very end of the trip, they got me and my brother to go with them. So we go, and also keep in mind, the reason why my brother and I were like, we're fine with the pool is because we were also like, we don't want to see a shark attack or anything. And my parents were like, shark attacks are so rare. There's not one that's gonna happen. We're not gonna see a shark attack. So we go to the beach and we're setting up. And I think we're only there for like 10 or 15 minutes. Like I hadn't even gotten in the water yet. And I started seeing people running to this one side of the beach. And I turned to my mom and I'm like, hey, I think that something's going on over there. And she goes, no, it's probably just that somebody got injured like by the waves and getting slammed against the rocks or something. And I mean, to be fair, the waves were really rough by this rocky part of the shore. So I was like, I guess I'm just gonna go check. And so I walk over there. I'm the only one out of my family that does. And when I arrive, I see the lifeguards pulling out this man, and he's missing like a chunk of his leg. And I'm like, oh. And so I go back to my parents and I'm like, yeah, so that man got bitten by a shark. And when we look out to the ocean, we can see the shark like swimming along the waves. It was kind of really cool actually. When you see the like waves coming in and you see the shark swimming in it, it was kind of cool. But anyway, this was a tiger shark that was about 15 feet long or something. And they bring in helicopters to like try and scare the shark away by like flying over it. And then they can't get it to go away. The beach officials and the government or whoever was taking care of this couldn't get the shark to go away. And eventually another shark comes in. So there's now 2 sharks in this beach area patrolling and swimming around this area. And because they couldn't get either of them to leave, unfortunately, they closed the beach down for the rest of the day. Another one. There were two. So whenever we, because they closed the beach down, we left and we get back to the hotel and my brother and I are both like, we told you there'd be a shark attack. And my parents are both like, well, yeah, you really did. Shows you what we know. So yeah, the one time we went to the beach in Hawaii, there was a shark attack. And when I was telling that story to Greenwood and like the others at the time, they were like, how rare does a shark attack happen? So I looked up the statistic and told them, and it looks like Greenwood believes that I just knew that statistic off the top of my head, which I don't. I had to look it up, so... Yeah, anyways, that was funny. Let me read what Zombie was saying. Hawaii was more humid than I was expecting, but shark attacks seemed to be more common when I was growing up in South Africa. You don't really hear about them as often anymore. Yeah. No, shark attacks are pretty rare in Hawaii from what I've heard. But yeah, that just so happened that one day. How old was I at the time? I want to say like 14. I'll be real, I don't remember exactly how old I was. I just know that I was like around the age of 14. No memes, that's actually insane. Remember guys, the Academy teaches to make and sell a story in a millisecond. Shut it, Greenwood. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty insane thing to happen. It's very similar to this time when I was visiting my dad's hometown and his family, and we took my grandma with us, and we went to go visit like this national park that was nearby. And my grandma was saying, oh, I really want to see a black bear. I really want to see a black bear because they're in this area. And my dad goes, oh yeah, no, I mean, I've lived here for like, I grew up here, and I don't think I'd ever seen a black bear. And as we're driving into the park, guess what walks across the road with her two cubs? So yeah, my family tends to get kind of lucky, or like, I don't know. It's kind of insane how many encounters we have. Never been able to scare off a gator by flying over it. I imagine sharks are the same. They see me up there and nothing in their heads say run away, that's a predator. I mean, I think the logic behind it is that if they fly low enough and close enough to the water, the vibrations or something will scare off those sharks. But I definitely couldn't say for sure because I have never had to chase off a shark. Ever since, have you been scared to go into bodies of water? No, I wouldn't say so. I'm not like scared to go into the ocean, but I've never really liked the beach, if I'm being honest. As to quote Anakin Skywalker, I don't like sand. It's rough and coarse and gets everywhere. Yeah, I don't really like sand. And so yeah, I wouldn't really go to the beach that often. So yeah, even though I'm not necessarily scared to get into the water, I tend to not go to beaches in general. A lake, however, I don't think I'd be scared to get into a lake, but I mean, where I live, there are definitely a lot of venomous snakes. Bro quoted Star Wars? Listen, Anakin has some valid points when it comes to sand, that's all I'm saying. Same. What about mountains though? I'm gonna be real. I have a very slight fear of heights. So while I've only ever been on top of a mountain like once or twice in my life, I do remember being a little freaked out being up there. I can't remember any specifics though, because I was younger, but I do know for a fact that I have that like small fear of like heights and stuff, because when I visited New York City when I was younger, I had an anxiety attack at the top of the Empire State Building. So yeah, I don't know how I do on top of mountains nowadays, but maybe I could try it out. Maybe I could try going to the top of a mountain. Seeing if it's as scary as I remember as like a child. I have a huge fear of camping, cannot do it. I mean, that's fair. There's a lot of scary stuff in the woods, I will admit. But I don't think I've ever truly properly been camping myself. So I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to giving it a try. But I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's a fair fear to have, Greenwood. Falling never hurt anyone. I don't know. I think that there might be some statistic that counters that, zombie. I'm not gonna lie. It's the sudden stop at the end that does all the... I'm aware. I'm gonna hop off now. Hope you have a fun rest of stream. See ya, Mel. Thank you so much for popping by. I really appreciate it. Also, thank you so much for your offline follow a few days ago. I really appreciate it. Hope you take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, so would you ever go skydiving? Like if the homies bought you some tickets? No, I would not. And not just because of that fear of heights I have, but literally because my dad has gone skydiving once and he like broke his like leg landing wrong. I remember this because when, oh my goodness, we told him not to go skydiving. We told him not to, and he did. He went skydiving and then he broke his leg the one time he did it. Yo, what? No, literally. Whenever I was younger, there were these events that my family would go to every year. It was for the American Heart Association. And they held like this ball reception thing every single year. So the American Heart Association ball. And we would go. And the day of that ball, my mom and we were getting ready while my dad went to go skydiving that day. And he was gonna come home afterwards and, you know, get ready and go to the ball as well. And while we're getting ready, my mom gets a call saying, hey, your husband got into an accident while skydiving. Don't worry, he's all right. He just broke his leg. So we didn't end up going. I stayed home while my mom went to the hospital that they took him to. And they made sure that, you know, his leg was all right and everything. But and yeah, don't worry. He's all good nowadays. He's fine. His leg is completely healed. But yeah, at the time it was kind of scary because whenever you get a call that your dad/husband has been in a skydiving accident, you can't help but think of the worst, you know? So I'm glad that all that happened was that his leg broke. And the crazy thing is that he said he would do it again. He said, I want to go skydiving again. I want to do it better this time. Oh my God. Yeah, but I mean, he's all right. I remember having to help him drain the blood from like his cast and stuff once. And I remember just thinking that the blood in the bucket was actually like, it looked like a red paint. That was interesting. Your family seems to have some really coincidental odds. No, literally. Our odds, like my family's like statistical luck is kind of interesting. It's kind of really interesting actually. Almost like a foreign power trying to make it look like an accident. No. That's just gonna like add to the theory that I'm a CIA agent. Don't say this, zombie. Don't say this. Did this skydiving involve an assault pack and a confidential set of instructions? No, he just went skydiving for fun. Bro might be an airborne ranger. Shush. No, my dad never served in the military. No, but it was my dad is all right. Don't worry. And no, my family is not in any way associated with the military. Well, actually my grandpa was, but regardless, yeah. I will say that I kind of miss going to those balls now that I'm thinking about it. It was a lot of fun going to those charity events. I need to go do one again, if I can. Yep. Do you mess with diving though? Would you do it? I have never done it. My parents actually used to, oh God, this is gonna contribute. My parents used to be certified scuba divers, though. I have never done it. I think I would be a little too scared to do it myself because I've watched quite a few videos about how scuba diving can go wrong very easily. But my dad, he used to be, well, both of my parents were certified scuba divers, and my dad actually assisted with scuba dive rescue operations with the police. He like helped out as like a volunteer scuba diver several years ago. He doesn't really do it anymore, but shush. Shush. I swear, my family is not associated with government operations in any way whatsoever. I just, you see what I mean, Jelly Bean? Shush. Oh, we're still pretending it's a theory? My bad. Okay, sure thing. Totally not a spot. Shush. A bit on the nose there. Okay. I'm learning shortcake family lore today. Oh yeah, I didn't know that you didn't know that, Jill. Saying all of this out loud makes me realize just how spy-esque my family does sound, actually. That's kind of crazy. I never thought about it that way. Did these scuba divers refer to themselves as seals? No, I swear. No, they didn't. Oh my God. If I tell you this next bit of shortcake family lore, you guys are literally going to think that we are like some kind of government operatives. Oh my God, do I say it? Do I even want to say it? Bro, your life is like a video game. I mean, I guess so. If I need an enemy assassinated, I'll contact Shortcake. Y'all don't know about her eagle sight bullseye. No, I told them about the rifling story, Greenwood. Don't worry, they know about that. Huh? Do it? Okay. Several years ago, decades ago at this point, because I don't actually know how long they've been formed, my mom helped form and like literally helped create my tribe's police force. When she says that police force is kind of like her baby, she's not kidding. She literally is the one that helped establish it. So I was like, if I tell you guys that she helped literally create a police force, that's only going to contribute to the Shortcake is CIA allegations. Because like she's told me several times, tribe, zombie, if you didn't know, I'm Native American. I am Native American, and I actually work for our tribe. But yeah, she helped, she helped establish the police force for our tribe. Did she do it after overthrowing an established regime? No! No. Unless I guess you count the state government. Did she do it after becoming a SEAL? No! None of my family were SEAL members. No, it started as a meme, but you might actually be a CIA agent. I'm not. I'm too young. I think you have to be a certain age to be in the CIA. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, she's told me in the past how when she helped establish it, they literally only had like, I think 10 people in total. including like the operators and the police officers themselves. So it was like, and that they used to do their operations out of like a trailer, I think is what she said. It was pretty interesting. I did not know. Being new to your streams and all, may I ask which tribe, or is that too much personal info? I don't think so. Well actually, since I've given a bit of information, I am like about my mom and what her role was in like the police department. I feel like it might be a little bit too much info now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah, just know that it's I would love to say, but again, I'm like, have I given away too much information about what my mom has done now to kind of like dox myself? Like if I were to tell you what tribe specifically. Because normally I would be happy to tell you. I'd be happy to like share that. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna be a little cautious about that for now. Maybe in the future I will, or in the Discord, I don't mind saying in the Discord, but I don't know, we'll see. An ironic question, have you ever wanted to join the police force? No, I never was interested in being a police officer. Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, I won't. I wouldn't. I was never interested in being a police officer or being in the military or anything like that. I'm just kind of like, I knew I wanted to go into the arts, so that's what I did. Man, now I'm like, man, I kind of wish I didn't say that so that I could tell you guys more about my tribe, because I love talking about my tribe. Although I will say, it's not necessarily hard information to find, because I have talked about it in the past. But yeah, you're so cool, Auntie. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you're not calling me Unk. I mean, you did earlier, but... Man. Just, I will say, if you want me to talk more about my tribe and stuff, I will. I would be happy to share all this information and stuff. I'll just be a little vague about like the name and stuff on stream. But if you want to like talk about it, like maybe in our Discord and stuff, I am totally down with it. I do not mind yapping. I think I'm just gonna keep it off stream. How about that? That's my compromise. I will not talk about it on stream, like specifics or anything like that, unless I have in the past. I might have, I don't know. But if you want to know more, just talk to me in the Discord. I don't mind. I don't mind chatting. Bleh. I'm gonna be so real. I wasn't expecting today's Just Chatting stream to be like so active today. I don't know. Usually my Just Chatting streams aren't like aren't all that active. So yeah, thank you guys like so much for following, subscribing, and just chatting with me. This is so much fun. Totally understandable. Yeah, cool. Deal. Compromise. Oh yeah, I'm gonna refresh stream a little bit again. It looks like it's getting behind. There we go. Yeah. Just your usual reminder. I should make a command being like refresh, just to remind you maybe to refresh your stream every once in a while. I should do that. I'll do that after stream. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I ever updated many of you about just joined the Discord. Well, thank you so much, Zombie. I really appreciate it. Really quick, I want to say, if you are joining the Discord, just so you know, you do have to have a role to, welcome to the cult. You do have to have a role to stay in the Discord, but really that's as easy as going to the hello tab and just reacting to that post, and you'll get a role. You'll get a role and you can stay and hang out with us. I did it mainly to help deter bots, so like if they don't get that role or anything, they'll be kicked out as soon as they like tab off So yeah. Since you're a subscriber zombie, you shouldn't have to worry about it since you'll automatically have a role when you join. But anyone else that's interested, just a heads up, react to that post in the Hello tab and you'll be good. But funny, welcome to the cult. Anyway, I did want to also kind of update those who may be interested in my V-card journey, V-card TCG, Vtuber card. Just I know that name is crazy, but just like just to let you guys know, I got my god rare. I don't remember if I updated you guys. So if you don't know V-card TCG, I collect them. I collect that card game, and every first edition set for every new set has god rares. So every single like creator gets a gold version of their 10 card, and it's signed. And I really wanted the card for Kyryu Crocodile. So I got it. I have it now. It's in my possession. I'm so excited. And then I'm just like, I love Kyryu Crocodile. If you don't know who that is, they're on my like recommended channels list on my Twitch here. They're one of my favorite VTubers currently at the moment. And yeah, it's super cool. It's super cool to have this one of one card. It's signed, dude, that's epic. Yeah, literally. I should post a picture of it in the Discord. I have a tab in there specifically for V-card showing off all of my polls and stuff and my collection. So yeah, I will definitely take a picture and show it to you guys in the Discord. You gotta send a pic of it when you can. I will. I need to show it off because it's just so cool. I'm so excited to have it. It's just yippee. A real yippee moment. Man. Again, I'm just like, I'm taking it all in. I'm taking this whole stream all in because you guys are so cool. All of you just hanging out with me and like chatting. This is so cool. I remember back in the days whenever it was like mainly just me, Jill, and a couple of others, and we would chat and it was fun. But having a lot of people here is also really fun. Have you thought of collecting other things? I've thought about it. Pokemon, Beyblade, etc. I've thought about it, but I haven't like committed to anything. No, you're cool. No, thank you. You guys are cool. Cause you guys hang out with me being all rambly like this. You hang out with me just like being bad at video games, rambling, and yeah. Hopped in on a whim and glad I did. Didn't mean to derail anything, but this has been fun. No, it's been completely fine. I'm happy that you chatted with me, Zombie, and I'm happy that you decided to join and subscribe. Again, you all are really cool. I like hanging out with you guys. So I'm just like, wow. And I'm also really happy that you were like asking questions about animation and stuff. I love animation and I love yapping about it, as you could probably tell. So I am so happy to just talk about like anything and everything. Unk trying to have a nice off with us? No. You guys are cool. You guys are cool. And I'm just like, I think it's just really nice that you guys are like, I don't know. I was never expecting this. Can I be real? The reason why I literally started streaming is because I started streaming during college, by the way. I started streaming because I did mainly art streams at the beginning. Like primarily, that's all I did. And it was because my ADHD and procrastination was so bad that I knew that if I had people watching me draw and like, if I had people watching me, it would keep me accountable. That's literally the reason why I started streaming. So that I would have people like being like, are you working? And it actually did work. I actually got a lot of work done because of it. And then I just kind of branched off into doing like yapping streams and gaming as well. So yeah, that's kind of how I got my start. No, you're cool. Jill is the coolest one here. Sorry, Shortcake. Okay. I mean, you're right. Jill is really cool. So I won't deny that. I won't deny that. It's really interesting, and I didn't realize that there were many layers to it, literally and figuratively. Yeah. Animation is just so cool. There's like all of pre-production that goes into it, the actual production, and then post-production. And all of it is like, there's so many steps to it, so many layers to it, like you said. And I mean, it's all just so like extensive that the fact that it makes this like final product that is just like so creative and like artistic and experimental in a lot of different cases. I don't know, I love animation, and I love that what you can do with it. It's just, I love animation. It's so, there's a reason why I wanted to like pursue it. No, you're cool. Okay, we're having a cool off between Jill and Greenwood. And like I said, I primarily focused on pre-production whenever I went to school and studied. I really like doing storyboards. That's what I really wanted to focus on. And I need to get to work on doing finishing my 2 animatics that I currently have in progress. I'll get to that eventually. One day, when I'm not so swamped with work, actual work. I have so many projects I gotta do, guys. I got so much stuff to do. But honestly, I don't think I've ever felt so like creatively inspired and motivated to do stuff as I have felt recently. Like, I am just so like, I gotta create, I gotta draw. At 100 followers, we can get you to make a TikTok channel. So about that, I actually do already have a TikTok account. I just don't use it. You see, the thing is that I wanted to claim my username. So I made a TikTok account. I just don't post. I don't use it. I don't even scroll on TikTok. I just, again, my procrastination is so bad that I know that I could very easily get absorbed into TikTok and just scroll for hours and get nothing done. So that's kind of why I was like, I'll make my username and that's it. Same? Yeah. I mean, I already kind of struggle with like Instagram Reels, because like, you know, Instagram Reels are very, very similar to TikTok. So that's kind of where I do all of my scrolling and stuff. And I already have a bit of a problem like stopping myself from doing that. So if I added TikTok into the mix, that'd be like I'd be done for. Because the CIA is too strict about CUI and PII, no! Oh my goodness. What if one day, that's why I don't have TikTok anymore, yeah. What if one day I had like a Halloween costume model or something, and it was, I don't know, me as a CIA agent or something. Then you guys would say, oh, she's not in costume. She's not in costume, she's just in uniform. Let me get a drink, hang on. You mean you're, exactly. Exactly that, zombie, oh my gosh. See, yeah. That'd be so hype. I don't even know if it's legal to do that. Is it legal to dress up like a CIA agent, even if it's just for like fictional purposes? Just kidding. I will admit, we all just act like it's normal and newer viewers are confused as hell. That'd be funny. I will say, I did think about if I were to do a costume, I'd do something more along the lines of like a tour guide, because you know, whenever I do peak, I pretend to be like the tour guide for whoever I'm playing with. So like with Jill, I've been her tour guide on the past several times that we've played. So I was like thinking, what if I had a cute little tour guide outfit? She's at her job. Oh my gosh. Man, I'm so glad that I have tomorrow off. For those of you that don't live in the US, it's Memorial Day tomorrow, which means that I don't have to go to work. Hee. Which is kind of why I was like thinking about streaming tomorrow, since, you know, I'm not gonna be doing anything anyway. Yippee! I'm definitely sleeping in though. I am going to sleep in. The tour guide arrow is hilarious. No, I love being like the tour guide in Peak. It's so fun. Another day soon, I'm gonna have to play Peak again with hopefully Psycho, Daruta, and Jill, because I know that Jill was interested in playing with Psycho and Daruta. I just would need to see if Psycho and Daruta were available, you know? But I mean, that quote-unquote collab was very impromptu. I don't know if you were there for it. It was me literally playing solo Peak, and I was having so much trouble. Daruta and Psycho were like, do you need help? Can we join? And I was just like, you know what? Fine, come on in. But I mean, Daruta kind of carried, I'm not gonna lie. Daruta is kind of cracked at Peak. I want y'all to play that Chained game. Yeah, I want to play it too. I'm gonna have to look into it and see if Jill would be down, because I think it would be hilarious playing with Jill. Group Peak stream soon. True, we need to do that. Cake, I've been so inspired and creative lately. Also, Cake, I'm gonna sleep so hard tomorrow. Can't I be both? Can't a girl have both? Like, a nice sleep-in day while also feeling creatively inspired? I can be creative later in the day, you know? Daruta the type to be good at everything? No, literally. I was playing Repo the other day, like a solo Repo game, and they were like kind of giving me like all these tips and tricks on how to like beat, I think it was Daruta, but like it was funny. I would. Ooh. You'd be interested in playing the Chained Life game? Nice, nice. Chained Life. The Chain game, whatever it's called. Chained Together, that's it. Cool, cool, cool. Also, Jill, if you're responding just now to what I was saying, I think it might be time to refresh the stream again. That was a little bit ago. Let me just refresh the stream on my end as well. Refreshing, refreshing. I should get a refresh this chat thing. Yeah. I'll do that after stream. I'll get a command or like a bot set up for that. You can girl boss even when bed rotting. I wouldn't call it bed rotting. It's literally just I sleep in that day. I usually wake up around like 6:45 a.m. to get ready for work. Cause you know, work for me starts at 8 a.m. So it's literally me sleeping in until like 9 or 10 a.m. as compared to waking up at 6:45. Come on now. It's not bed rotting. Although I will say that I wish that I could sleep in more often. Gosh, I wish. Although, what if? What if? Huh. Do you think that if I were to talk to my supervisor and go, hey, can I come in like an hour later and then stay an hour later? Do you think that'd be all right? Because that means I would be able to sleep in. I will be down for anything when I get my PC set up. Nice, 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 nice. Super excited for it then. I'm super excited. Hip hip hooray. Deadass got the sleep schedule of a retirement home. Hey, I have to have that sleep schedule. When you work a full-time job, a 9 to 5, you have to get up early. Do you think? No. Ah, goodness. Sorry, I'm gonna get another drink. Oh, so, if I do end up streaming tomorrow, which I'm gonna try, I'm definitely gonna try to stream tomorrow. Do you guys want to watch me play anything specifically? I could go through Fate Stay Night again, I could play some Minecraft and you guys can watch me crash out about not being able to find white wood. I don't know. I could do solo repo, or if Jill was down, I could play a game with her. Just let me know. Just let me know what you guys would be down for. I am down for anything. Hang on. Wow. This Just Chatting stream is going on a lot longer than I thought. A game about digging a hole? Ooh, hang on, let me check that out. A game about digging a hole. Oh, I know this game. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at that. I love Fate vibes, but it depends on what you want to do. I also like that one sim game. Oh, you mean Fields of Mystria? It has been a minute since I played it. I do know a game about digging a hole though. This one YouTuber I watch, Astral Spiff, he did a video about trying to like break the game essentially, and it was really funny. So yeah, I might look into that. We're digging a hole. But yeah. I'll figure out what I want to do. Yeah, I'll see what I want to do for tomorrow. And it might be a bit of an early stream, since, you know, I'm not going to be at work. And by that, I mean, I might stream around like 1 or 3 p.m. It really depends on when I'm feeling up for it tomorrow. But like, definitely, like I said, keep an eye out for notifications when I do go live. I do not have a set schedule. What does it look like? The digging a hole game? Let me see. Just a second. All right, this is gonna take a second for me. Woo. It looks like this. It's a game about digging a hole. Literally, it's just, you dig a hole. I'm at work around that time, but I can tune into the VOD. Yeah, no worries. Like I said, it really depends on how I'm feeling. I might do an early stream, but we'll see. Oh, it's literally just a hole. No, literally, it's as the title says, a game about digging a hole. Well, there isn't a hole, and then there is. Or is it? I see. Hang on. Whew, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, that game looks like fun. Like, it'd be a fun, chill stream. Just, you know, digging that hole. But I did mention earlier, and I don't know if any of you were here for this when I was talking about it, but something else... excuse me, sorry. Something else I was interested in playing or replaying is Crime Scene Cleaner. I really like that game. It's just that for whatever reason, last time I played it, I got like severely motion sick for whatever reason. I have no idea why. I turned off the head bobbing, I turned down like some of the sensitivity stuff, and I turned off filters. I don't know what it was, but I got really nauseous while playing it after like an hour or two. Like, not even like 2 hours. And so I pivoted to playing Peak. But, yeah, I don't usually get motion sickness when I'm playing a game, but for whatever reason, that day when I was playing it, I did. And I don't even think it's specific to that game because I played that game before. I played that game multiple times on this channel, and I don't know, that day it was very rough. How are you doing though, girly? Is life looking up? Yeah, life is looking good. Life is looking good. I'm doing good. I'm just busy with work, that's all. And travel. I got a lot of traveling to do. Remind you too much of your last assignment? No! No. Crime scene cleaner doesn't remind me of anything, I promise. But I hope that all of your lives are looking up. I hope that you guys are doing good and that you guys are having a good, happy time. I will say though, I remember saying earlier, I was like, wow, it's gonna be a short stream tonight. I'm gonna just chat, yap until I have nothing left to say, and then I'm gonna get some more artwork done tonight. And I'm having such a good time talking with you guys. I'm gonna be so real. I'm like, man, I wanna work, but at the same time, I wanna keep chatting with you guys. So I'm at a bit of a dilemma right now. Well, actually, if I stay up late and I keep working, who cares? I don't have work tomorrow. This is a great chill way to start the new week. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I'm able to help you chill. I am glad that you guys are chilling with me. This is fun. I'm on the verge of cracking the reptile government theory. I'm so close. Oh no, it kind of sounds like we're a bit behind again. Oh dear. Hang on. Let me just do that. I'm so sorry guys about like how often my stream like buffers and delays. I promise I am trying to look for a solution. I've been trying to look for a solution for the past like 4 months. It's just, it hasn't been working out, unfortunately. But we'll get there one day. One day, I will not have any more internet issues and we will be fine and dandy. We will have a good time. Man, thinking about it just makes me think about whenever I was able to stream back in January, like how streams were going back then. I miss it. I miss those days. I just feel bad asking you guys to refresh all the time. I know it's not like strenuous or anything to just like hit the refresh button, but I still feel bad asking you guys to do it because it's like, you guys shouldn't have to like keep refreshing stream just to be like having a good time, you know? Makes me feel bad. One day there will be no buffer. True. Yeah, one day. Maybe whenever that fiber cable is finally installed in my area, maybe then I'll finally be able to have no buffer and everything will be fine and dandy. Maybe if you were a little more fresh. What? If I was a little more fresh? I am fresh. Man. I do, like I was saying, I do have an idea about some stinky, I'm not stinky. I do have an idea about one way that I could maybe try and fix this, but it might be a minute before I'm able to do it. So at least my stream is no longer in like that 420p, because there was a period of time where my streams were like 420 quality, 360 quality, or whatever those like numbers are. And I was like, oh, This is awful. I've been streaming for like a year now, and I'm just still having these tech issues. It's bad. It's bad. It's not a good time. Not a good time. But anyway, I think that I'm starting to lose steam. I think we're winding down. Anything else anyone wants to add before I like actually start winding down? Because even though I was saying that, has Unk ever been in a fight? I have never been in a fight. Or if you're talking about Jill, I don't know if Jill has ever been in a fight. Have you? Unk has been in a fight. Oh, you have you? I didn't know that. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, unless anyone has anything else to say, I think I'm like losing my steam. I think it's about time. I think we're hitting that wall. Let me just go ahead and start this up. I was talking about you, but I don't think. Oh, me? Be honest, I've never been in a fight. No, I've never been in a fight. I've never been in a fight. What is this? I've never been in a fight. She ends them before they begin? No. I've never been in a fight. I feel like I'd lose. I feel like I wouldn't be very good in a fight. Alright, yeah, I think that this is where I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna look for someone to raid. I don't know who to raid though. Thankfully, I've actually remembered to like raid nowadays. I used to not raid very often, but I'm trying to get into that habit, you know? Trying to send you guys and, you know, network. Slay. Okay, I gotta do manly things like skincare and such. I had such fun. Okay, well, have a good night, Greenwood. Go take care of your skin. And thank you for joining me and chatting with me for so long. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Have a good night. I don't know who to raid. Man, a lot of these people that I'm looking at are like bigger than me, and that's scary. Wait, you're cute. I think I know your model. I think I know who you are. Good night, all. Have a great night. Exactly. Send this message to whenever you raid. It's very simple, very easy. Just say hello. And yeah, I'm gonna say goodnight myself. I hope that you guys have a good night and stay warm and or cool depending on where you are in the world, and also have a great rest of your days / nights. Like I said, I'm gonna try and stream tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you all later. Keep an eye on those notifications for when I go live. Yeah. Have a great night, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.